Good morning, class. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So, children, in a previous session, we had solved worksheet 8.3 and we had solved from 1 to question number 8. Today, we are going to continue with worksheet 8.3, question 9. And along with that, we are also going to start worksheet 8.4. In that, we are going to solve question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, and question 5. Are you all ready? So let's begin. So children, worksheet 8.3, open page number 37. Question 9, what is solidification? So as we all already know, the process by which a liquid changes into a solid on cooling is called solidification. We had learned that states of matter are interchangeable. From solid to liquid to gas, we can convert. Similarly, we can convert reverse also from gas to liquid and liquid to solid. Now we will start with worksheet 8.4, which is given on page number 38. Question 1. Define solute and solvent. Answer. The substance that dissolves in the liquid is called the solute. The substance in which a solute is dissolved is called a solvent. We'll move to question 2 now. What is the solute and solvent in the salt solution? So as we all know, solute is salt and solvent is water. Now we will move to question 3. What are the conditions that affect the formation of a solution? First one, you can write these answers in points, okay? A solution forms quickly if the size of solid particles is very small. For example, sugar. Second, the continuous stirring of the solute in the solvent forms a solution quickly. For example, water. Third one, if the solvent is heated, the solute will dissolve more quickly in a solvent. Fourth one, if the quantity of the solvent is increased, the solute will dissolve more quickly in a solvent. So these are the conditions that affect the formation of solution. Now we will move to question 4, that is given on page number 39. Differentiate between soluble and insoluble substances. Substances that dissolve in liquid are called soluble substances, while substances that do not dissolve in liquid are called insoluble substances. Now we will move to question 5. Why do some substances float or sink in water? As we had already learned about this, that some substances are heavy and some substances are light. So substances that are heavier than water that sink in it, whereas some of the substances that are lighter than water float on it. So I hope we had completed question 9 of worksheet 8.3. Along with that, we had also solved worksheet 8.4, question 1 to question 5. I hope whatever we have done that is clear to you all. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.